happy Friday, everybody. It is January 9th, and we have come to the end of the first full week of the new year. And I have still not been seated as the new junior senator from Illinois. Granted, I haven't been appointed either, but at this point in time, I'm about as close as anybody else. So if you would like to see yet another comedian in public office, I urge you to write to your public official and encourage them to make Dale Irvin the next senator from Illinois. In exchange, I will continue to send you the Friday Funnies for free. It's what we call play for play. That said, here are the top stories in this week's news. The first one I like to call, it's Long Island Duck! I've never gone duck hunting myself, but I know that it requires getting up very early in the morning and sitting in something called a blind while you wait for the ducks to show up. Well, one guy in Long Island must have been partially blind himself because instead of a duck, he shot another hunter. Apparently, he was sitting in the blind and he had his gun pointed towards this other hunter, and when a duck came up, or flew over, I should say, he raised his gun up to shoot it, and as he did that, the gun discharged and shot the other guy in the arm. He was charged with reckless endangerment, and he has been sentenced to go hunting with Dick Cheney. Brand new year, brand new sound effects. All right, now if you thought that was bad, over in Australia, Greg Robertson was spearfishing off the coast of Brisbane, Australia, and he dropped his spear gun. So he dove down to get it. As he was about to retrieve the gun, a big wave came and pushed he and the gun together. The gun discharged and shot the spear right into his thigh, just missing his rudder, so to speak. So, in other words, the guy came very dangerously close to having the deep sea version of a hot dog on a stick. Fortunately, his girlfriend was swimming with him and was able to rescue him, but she almost drowned herself because she couldn't stop laughing. I kind of like that. All right, here's change we can believe in. In Salt Lake City, Utah, a burglar broke into a house and stole a bucket full of quarters. There was over $800 in change in a paint can. And this guy broke in and he stole the paint can, which was very, very heavy. He was arrested a short time later with the can full of change, and he had a crowbar in his pants. Insert your own joke here. He was arrested, charged with burglary, and he was also treated for a hernia. The crowbar was released on its own recognizance. All right, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That's what Shakespeare said. It really has no fury like a stupid woman scorned. In St. Paul, Minnesota, a man was positive that his ex-girlfriend had vandalized his apartment. But she said, "Hey, pal, you can't prove it." Now, the apartment was vandalized. It was red paint splashed all over. It was filled with trash, and the vandal even took his teddy bear and stuck a knife in its head. Now, we know all of these details because the ex-girlfriend that caused the damage took photos of it and posted them on MySpace. That's right, she is currently on the lam, but they figure they'll catch her in no time because she's been posting her locations on MySpace too. Finally, put Vassalboro, Maine on your list of potential vacation spots in 2009. Up in Vassalboro, Donald Crabtree has applied for a business license. He wants to open a cafe up there where all of the waitresses will be topless. That's right. He didn't disclose any of the details about it until he gets the license, but from what I understand, Mr. Crabtree is not that good of a cook, so he's trying to think up other reasons why people should come into his restaurant. That's all I have for right now. We'll keep you up to date, or as I like to say, we'll keep you abreast. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Senator Dale Irvin has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Write to your congresspeople today and make it happen. See you next week. I'll have better sound effects.